It took me years to realize that emotional intelligence isn't just some buzzword, but it's the secret sauce to thriving in every aspect of life. And here's the thing, you don't need years to start improving yours. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll show you 3 quick hacks to boost your emotional intelligence right now. So think about it. How often do we find ourselves stuck in the same frustrating patterns? Whether it's at work or in our relationships, or even in how we talk to ourselves. We hit the same walls over and over again. We blame circumstances, other people, or just bad luck. But rarely do we stop to think that the root of the problem might be just within us. Here's the deal though. Most of us were never taught how to handle our emotions. We learn how to get good grades, we learn how to land jobs, and maybe even how to navigate certain social situations. But emotional intelligence, well, that's often been left out of the conversation. So what happens? Well, we react impulsively when we get angry. We shut down when we're hurt. Or worse, we numb ourselves to what we're really feeling. And the kicker is that this doesn't just impact and affect us, but it impacts everyone around us. You might think that you're just stressed, but if you're not handling your emotions well, then that stress, well, it spills over into your relationships, it spills over into your work, your health, everything. And the more you ignore it, the more it builds up until you're left feeling disconnected, misunderstood, and even isolated. It's like trying to drive a car without learning how to steer. Eventually you're going to crash. But the good news, you can start turning this around today. You see, emotional intelligence isn't just some elusive skill that's reserved for therapists or life coaches, but it's something we all have the capacity to develop. And it starts with simple, actionable steps. You don't need to meditate for hours or read a library worth of self-help books, though that probably wouldn't hurt. Sometimes the smallest shifts can have the biggest impact. Improving your emotional intelligence is about becoming more aware of yourself and others. It's about recognizing the emotions that drive your actions and understanding the emotions that influence those around you. When you can do that, you stop reacting out of habit and start responding with intention. It's like suddenly being able to see in a room when the lights were off. You're aware of what's around you and you can navigate with much more clarity and confidence. So hack 1, pause before reacting. Now this might sound almost too simple, but trust me, it is a game changer. The next time you feel that rush of emotion, whether it's anger, frustration, or even excitement, just stop for a second, take a deep breath, count to 3 if you need to, because this pause, it gives you a moment to step out of autopilot and actually think about what you're feeling and why. This isn't about suppressing your emotions, but it's about giving yourself the space to process them before you act. This one small habit can completely change the way you handle conflict or make decisions. Hack 2, name your emotions. So here's a truth that might surprise you. Most people aren't even aware of what they're actually feeling. We lump everything into these broad categories. We're angry, we're sad, or stressed. But there's so much more nuance to our emotions. The next time you're feeling off, take a moment to dig a little deeper. Are you really angry, or are you feeling disrespected? Are you stressed, or are you actually anxious about something specific? When you can name your emotions accurately, you take away some of their power and you gain the ability to address them in a more focused way. This is where real emotional intelligence begins, by understanding and naming what's going on inside of you. Now, hack 3, this is active listening. We've all heard about the importance of listening, but how often do we actually do it? Most of the time, we're just waiting for our turn to talk. But active listening, it's about flipping that script. The next time you're in conversation, especially one that's emotionally charged, make a conscious effort to really listen. Don't interrupt. Don't plan your response while the other person is talking. Just listen. Focus on what they're saying, how they're saying it, and what they might be feeling beneath those words. You'll be amazed at how much more you pick up on and how much stronger your relationships become when people feel truly heard. So why does this all matter? Because emotional intelligence isn't just a nice to have skill, but it's essential for living a balanced, fulfilling life. When you start to implement these hacks, you'll notice a shift, not just in how you feel, but in how you interact with the world around you. You'll find yourself more in control, more connected, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Imagine being able to navigate tough conversations without losing your cool, or understanding exactly why you're feeling the way you are and knowing what to do about it. Imagine the impact it could have on your relationships, your work, your overall well-being. This isn't just about managing emotions, it's about mastering them so that they serve you rather than control you. So here's your challenge. Try out these 3 hacks today. Just for one day, practice pausing before you react, naming your emotions, and really listening when others speak. And you'll notice the difference it makes in your interactions, your stress levels, and your overall sense of well-being. Now, if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights on how to elevate your emotional intelligence and live a more empowered life. We are just scratching the surface here, and I promise you there is so much more we can explore together. Thank you.